Hi all, right. Welcome back to Enemy Action Kharkov Soviet Soul Take 2 Part 62, I think. Is it? Yeah. Um, yeah, well, kind of had a miserable day of it today, to be honest. Recorded a bit, found an error, redone it, realised that my error was... there was another error, redone it. So, yeah, it's been a bit yuck today. Which is a shame because there's quite a few things came up I thought were quite interesting. However, I think they still showed up as well. They still showed their face, and one of the ones I found really interesting was this town being empty. Not like that, like I think I'd said to you in the previous recording that I made. The units ended up slightly differently, and a unit moved back into the town with movement method 2 because these Soviet, when a unit moves in, it becomes proximate. Yeah, these infantry weren't able to make it, that's what it was, yeah. And this guy would have been breaking surround, yeah, that's right. Right, let's not go back over it again, Grant. Okay. So, right, on to our impulse then, because that was the first German impulse, wasn't it? Yeah. So, well, we know we've got to do this. We've got to go and take this town. I don't think we shouldn't be taking chances with that. We've got 369th Army cards. So, which one do we use? Well, I think it was this one we decided because this one's got air supply on it and it's a full activation of the army. This is a full activation of the army and could replace a point or put a forward support marker down, which again I think I'm wanting to do. Whether it's crazy thinking or not, I don't think it is. There's an awful lot of units outside Soviet support there, and it's quite important, I think. So I think that is something we want to try and put down as soon as possible. However, we do need to, let's not take a chance on the Germans drawing a core Rouse unit, And how could they, Martin? Let's just not mess about and play this. So it's a units card. So yeah, so just the units card. So we can activate 2 unit stacks. So I am going to activate this stack. It doesn't matter. I looked about and the army aren't really... See if any of you spot my little mistake there. Because I did play this impulse out as well. I have to say, because I tried to fix things from the previous impulse, and I'd already done this, and I forgot to take something. I forgot to adjust something there, so these keen-eyed people might have seen it, but if not, it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we've got the guy in Kharkov, we've got this guy here, we do have one unit down here, but he's in a VP town to which this guy's proximate, so I don't want to be doing anything with him anyway. Kharkov's only got this 1 strength unit. We do have the replacement point for the army, and that's the guy that would receive it if we do happen to be able to hold this. This unit holding this town with German unit adjacent, so unlikely to be doing much as well. We do have this guy down the bottom of here, which is, I wouldn't like to move him out because it's going to leave this 2 strength. However, that is going to be my second hex activation, and reason being is because I'm not going to move any units, and it's going to allow me to build an IP on that. So this hex and this hex, well, I suppose I should put that guy on top just to show you. So we're activating 2 unit stacks in the 69th Army, this one and this one. This one, not messing about, 1, 2, 3, and 4 into the town that the German unit was proximate to, so now we can relax. I mean, it has exposed the city, but as you can see, there's not anything on the horizon yet. It's not to say that it might not be vulnerable, but yeah, and the reason we're activating this other stack is basically to put an IP on. And what we'll do is I'll put that guy down the bottom, third tank up the top, and then we'll put a wee cube on him. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's our activation. That's that. Nothing much to do. Gone is that. That's discarded. We draw a new card, and we get a mobile group pop off, and that's a full primary card. Okay, well that has forward support on it as well. Assault coordination is a combat tactic, but not quite sure we're needing assault coordination. I mean, I think we do need to. We do need to do something about this area here, don't we? What that something is, I don't know, but we need to do something. Yeah. So, well, having that card, pop-off card, yeah, it's not all about assault coordination, it's about activating the pop-off units and doing something. So that's going to come at some point. Now we have support in that area. Well, most of it. These 2 units are outside the support line. And a bit bothered by this guy as well, so not sure what's going to come about that. And obviously, I think it's still my priority to put another support marker up here, I think. There's just an awful lot's still going to happen up there, I think, and we need to be in support, I think. That's how I feel about it anyway, but who knows. Right, okay, let's move on. Let's get another German impulse. Hopefully one not as brutal as the last one. Okay, here we go. Right, 57 core. Looking to deploy reserves. There is none. Just got some Rouse units. Replace 2 steps. Okay, well, just glancing up there, there's 1. Is it infantry? Yeah, there's 1 infantry unit in there. So that's 1, but we need to find 2. So they're kind of spread about a little bit, if I remember right, weren't they? Yeah, I've got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. These are all 2 steps, so he's 2 steps, he's 2 steps. And then there's a couple up there. This one's 2 steps, and this one's full strength as well, so they don't have another replacement point to dish out. So that means they're not going to do it. So I think that's good. Well, is it good? It means they're going to activate, isn't it? So yeah, turn 1 to 4 doesn't apply anymore. Activate all units in the 57 core. Right, okay. Okay, I'll zoom out a little and kind of say they're kind of spread out a bit. So if behind Soviet lines, well, none of them have got issues with supplies, so no, we don't need to worry about that. So move to VP Hex. I mean, this guy up here could move down to here, but if he does that, there's no Soviet unit proximate to it. And here, this guy could move back to that again, but there's no Soviet unit going to be proximate once he reaches here. So yeah, no, we can skip on by that. Right, so draw 2 action cards. So let's see what we get. 1, 2. Right, strong attack, major offensive. Okay, that's maybe not the card's built for this core at the moment anyway. So strong attack first. It has engineers on it, so bear that one in mind if we're looking at units with IPs. Yeah, I'm not so sure though, because the units are not clumped together and they're kind of weak. They're 2 strength units. In fact, they're all 2 strength units apart from this guy here, so. And the fact they're spread out a bit. So it's situational strength of active unit stack and other active units greater than or equal to 4 times. Yeah. Well, I was going to say this is probably the area to look, but even still, I don't think they can't join up with each other, really, can they? These are just too far away. They're infantry, and even this mechanised unit, because he's breaking zone of control, wouldn't be able to go up there. However, he is a unit stack, so he does actually have 3, 6, 8 strength in him, right? And this guy could probably join in, so that could be 10 strength. However, against well, it's not going to look at this, but I've got to look at maybe 4. But I mean, 10 against 4. In fact, they're getting a +1 for being adjacent. Okay, this one's not, but I don't actually know if these guys can come around. So it doesn't matter. 10 against 4 is 2 to 1. It's not 4 to 1. Right, but you've just made a right clumsy blunder in the impulse before Grant, so let's just be sure of that. Let's just take a moment to have a look, I think. Yeah, because even 10 against 3 doesn't work. Okay, this guy has 2 strength, and he's getting no situational adjustment, I don't think. So if they were able to get down to him, they would have 5 to 1, but they can't. It's not going to happen. And like I say, it needs to be something with 2 to 1, doesn't it? It needs to be something with 2 strength, I mean. Alright. Yeah. Nah, nothing doing there. And yeah, here's not much better, is it? I mean, they're going to have a strength of 4 against 3, so not even 2 to 1. Yeah, I think let's just move on, Grant. And these are the other 2 units up here, but there's no weaklings lying about. There was one down there though, Grant. You missed it. You divvy. Right. Okay, so strong attack doesn't work, which kind of means major offensive is unlikely to do any better, I think. So it's 3 times rather than 4 times, and admittedly this brings a -1 to the situational strength adjustment of the defender. The card value is only a 3, so that doesn't come into it. So again, this is probably the strongest. So what was that? 8, 10. Okay, hang on. That's 10 against 4. He gets a +1. He gets a +1, but he gets a -1 for the card. So that's still 4. This guy, however, gets a -1. Yeah, he's 4. And he gets a -1 for the major offensive card, so that takes him down to a 3. He's not got a defender adjacent, he's not got an IP. So that would be 10 to 3, but I don't think these guys can get round. This is a horrible area, so it's like, I don't even know if they're all mechanised as well. 1, 2, breaking zone of control. 3, 4, 5, yes. He's not getting round there, is he? They're not getting round, and the most they can get is 10 against 4, which becomes 10 against Alright, it becomes 10 against 4. That's still only 2 to 1. Nah, it's not happening, is it? No. And then in here, well, we can muster 4 against. Well, these would become 2s actually, because they're only getting a -1. So 4 against 2, but again, only 2 to 1. Yeah. Yeah, not happening. I'm still kind of cringing and thinking I should maybe be looking more carefully, but I think when I found that I had a target in that area, I should have then sort of said, right, I found a target, but let's just make sure that there's not a weaker target. Because I think all my checks before have been, I think they've been okay, you know, and it's quite easy to. Well, sometimes you can get quite close and then realise no, it's not going to happen. Yeah, I can't see that doing as well. So no major offensive either. It's not. I mean, they 2 cards are really strong action cards, but they were just for the wrong core. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't like that to have happened on 48 second SS or even down here again. What's going on? All this nonsense down here, 3rd core or something like that, or 40th core again. Wouldn't have been nice. Anyway, right. So, what's next then? Okay, step 5. Move to Hex. Remove dangerous sound from German unit. In Hex, in Soviet support, or enable supply trays from German occupied Hex. In descending order. I think this is the highest guy here, but well, I think we know this guy. He's been in dangerous round for a long time now. And I think he still is, even though this unit can't move out. I think we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, we can go out and in there. So he is still in dangerous round, but yeah, he's not going to get around to do anything. I'm not even sure it would matter, because if this guy can go in here and another guy can go in there, we can't put a unit in there, I don't think. Well, let's look at 13 then. He's a wee bit closer, but that's 3 movement to cross there. Yeah, so he could get in there. I don't think that helps. So, like I've just said, 1, 2, 3, 4 into there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into there. So rounded still. So, oops. So no, we cannot do that. Unit 12 would be next. There's nothing in dangerous around there. Yeah, move on, Grant, move on. There's nothing there. Unit 6, well, we've got Unit 6, 7 up there. We'll go and have a look at him, but Unit 6 isn't going to get anybody out dangerous around either. Now, what about this guy though? I don't think so. Is this guy in dangerous around? No, he's not. This guy here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe. No, because he can go 1, 2, and he can just go move in there. Yeah, that doesn't help. He can't get any further round, so. Nah. And then finally, the guy over here is just, yeah, too far away from things. Okay, so next step is 6. Move proximate to empty Soviet VP Hex. No, there's none of them. They're down in the corner here. Well, that's okay. It's not though, but I suppose it's a wee bit closer than I'm suggesting. This guy could go 4 and P 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away, but and actually no, he's breaking zone of control as well, so it's even worse. Yeah, but not. He can't get to a hex proximate to a Soviet VP hex. 7. Move to a hex that causes surround of Soviet unit. Again in descending order. No. No, because remember, they're moving individually, trying to surround by themselves. No, I mean, obviously if this guy was down here, we can maybe think about, trying to get around, but he's not. So. 13's the same. We can't surround anybody there. Actually, he's surrounded, isn't he? This guy. Yeah, he's actually surrounded. So it's quite possible that moving any of these units away would be breaking a restriction. So, unit 12. No, you can't get in here. You can only move into here or here, which does not surround. And again, while we're down here looking at unit 6. He's not the only unit causing surround on this, so he is allowed to move away, but he can't move to anywhere that's going to surround another unit. So, yeah. Okay, and then this one should have been considered before. Unit 6. Unit 7. No, again, we can't get into here. No, we'd need to stop there anyway, wouldn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to get in there and surround them, so yeah, a bit too much. Obviously you can see this guy's waiting to pounce though, but yeah, that might well come. And then the guy along there cannot surround anybody, so that's that. Right. Okay, we're going to get to do anything then. Yeah, we should be able to carry out action step 8, which is, if not adjacent to a Soviet unit, move closer to nearest Soviet unit. This is in ascending order, right? So let's actually the guy back up here we need to be looking at. And right, what is his closest unit? Let me go and count some hexes. Right, okay, so his closest targets are this hex and this hex. This one's just 1 away. These are 10 away. This is 11. Yeah, there's nothing down this way that's closer. So okay, so he's going to move now. He can't get adjacent. So we're going to stick with the preferences in step 8. So. So he's got to move closer, he needs to be doing that or it's not going to work. Prefer adjacent to Soviet unit, can't do that. Empty position hex or garrison position hex. Right, so he can go 1, 2, don't we go in that marsh hex, do we? 3, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, he can reach there and that's a position hex. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he could go there, but he's going to want to get closer. 5, 6, 7, that's 7. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So they're both. He could reach this one as well, but I'm guessing it's going to come down to closer. So, right, I broke that down into 2 position hexes. C is within 3 hexes of a unit in the same core. Oh, well, there you go. It's 1, 2, 3. He's 3 away there. He's 1, 2, 3, 4 away there. So there you go. It's breaking it down to there now. Yeah, he's not going to break any restrictions, is he? No, it's too far away. He's not, and he's not even moving into dangerous around himself. So yeah, that's fine. So that was unit 1. We've got, next is Unit 6 down here. He's already adjacent. Good. Okay. Unit 7, we'll go back up here again. Sorry, I think I'm throwing the camera about a bit tonight, but just annoyed with what happened earlier today, I suppose. I'm dreading Martin coming back and telling me something else is wrong, like. But yes, I know. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. As much as I don't want to hear it, I want to hear it. Right. So yeah, so he can move. Now his closest target is 1, 2, 3 away, or 1, 2, 3 away. So these two, and he can get adjacent. So we close up that and look at 10.54. What do you know? It's already open on that page. So a hex that would cause the Soviet unit to become surrounded. Neither of, that's what I'm saying, neither. There's about 3 hexes he can reach, isn't there? Might as well. I might as well. Oh no, is there? Yeah, well actually can he fit in there? No, maybe not. Actually that's got 5 steps in it, so no. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's between the two, and he wants to get adjacent. I think he can 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can reach there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can't get in here. We looked at that already because that would actually surround him. Yeah. So here, or there. No, I'm missing one, am I not? No, I'm not. Sorry, that's a German unit. And well, this is fully stacked as well. Yeah, so that's the 3 choices that are adjacent. They don't surround, no. So, and then here we go again, and I'll put the new wording in. I could do with writing that down so I remember it. A hex a hex not occupied or adjacent to a German unit adjacent to the same Soviet unit. So this would be adjacent. This would be, well, occupied and adjacent. This would be adjacent to a German unit adjacent to the same Soviet unit. So we need to move on. We find an empty hex, so that takes that one out of the equation. So yeah, we've got 2 empty hexes, and then it comes down to most movement points to reach. Oh, it's going to be this one now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, 1, 2 into here. So it's going to be there. However, hang on a minute. We'll leave that cube there just now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, well, he's outside Soviet support though, so yeah, I think he might not care. Don't cause Soviet proximity. Don't cause any German unit hex and Soviet support to be put in dangerous surround. Well, there's no Soviet support up that area at the moment anyway. And then, if not in dangerous surround, he was not. Don't end move in dangerous surround. I think he is ending in dangerous surround. 1, 2, 3, 4, he is. Unless move ends in VP hex, or hex is outside Soviet support, or causes surround of Soviet unit, or avoid by action. Well, it's outside Soviet support, so he doesn't mind being in dangerous surround. Yeah, and that's his preference. Okay. Hopefully I got that right. Right, that was unit 7. So now we come back down to, again, shoddy camera work, Grant. We've got 12, 13 and 14 to deal with. And, right, 13 and 14 are adjacent, so it's really only 12. So what can he do? Well, he can certainly, he's within 2 of this guy and he's within 2 of this guy. So that's his and he can get adjacent. Well, he can move here. He can move here, and I think he can move here. That is one extra across the river, but he's going to have to do it twice, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can. So he can reach either of the hexes. Okay, so which one? Well, none of them cause surround. This one would be adjacent to German unit, adjacent to Soviet unit. This one would not be. Okay, so that takes that one out of the equation. Well, it should. I worry when I take them away and then I find out that it's breaking a restriction. So both of them are okay regarding the adjacency part. So then we move on to empty hex, which they both are, and then its most movement point was, that's round here then, but hold on. 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's surroundable. And that is in Soviet support, so no. As the other one, well, yeah, this one here was being adjacent though, so we should try and, yeah, I think this one's okay. Yeah, he's not surroundable there. Yeah, he's not breaking any restrictions, and he's not adjacent to a German unit, adjacent to the same Soviet unit, which is what he would be if he moved into this hex. I mean, it might look like that's joining up with his buddy there, that they might have a go at that, but, well, we're going by the rules and what it's saying, so that's that. Right, I think that was the last one, wasn't it? Yeah, 12. Yeah, well, I skipped 13 and 14 because they're already adjacent anyway. So, yeah, that's it, isn't it? Remove disperse markers, that step would be step 9. So, we're all done. So, we did get something done at least. We don't need to go looking for other cards, which is I'm grateful for. Okay, well, that's another impulse out the way. Fingers crossed that it's error-free. Yes. It's a tough game. Actually, see when Martin brought up that one, the one recently, because I'd redone it already, I thought, why do you have to be such a stickler to get things right? Because then I could just say, okay, Martin, thanks, and make a note of it and just carry on. But no, I'm just not like that, I suppose. I mean, I know I'm not going to get everything right, but again, if I can fix it and keep the playthrough, going as clean as possible. It's not flawless by no means, but I'd hope that as long-winded as it is, it's probably the closest to out there, maybe. I don't know. It's certainly it's an in-depth sort of thorough playthrough. As you well know, we're on part 62 and we're only on turn 7, and most of the parts probably average an hour plus, so it's a lot of hours. Right, okay. Did we want to? What's that? 34 minutes. Well, you know what? We probably could, because I think. Yeah, and I'm kind of giving up with because the Germans started this turn as well. So as long as we try and finish an impulse, although we didn't do that that last part, we didn't finish the impulse, did we? No, but then we found an error and had to go back and sort it out. So. Right, okay, I'm going to show you my hand. Okay, there's my hand. Now, what I want to do is put the forward support down, because we've now got 4 out of our 5 cards that can do it. This is the only card that can't do it. So, and out of the 4, these 2 can also replace a point. Now, the 69th Army, I think I mentioned it already. The replacement point for that would be that guy. There's no arguments about that. I just had a look on the 6th Army side of things, and it's a bit nicer because we don't have any reduced infantry. There's nothing eliminated either. But we're going to be able to repair either this guy, which goes from a 2 to a 3 and becomes armour again, or even better, this guy under here, who goes from a 2 to a 4. And he's adjacent to these 3rd Corps units, so it kind of makes me want to, and there's nothing in that. These are all full strength 2-step infantry units in here. We have this guy in here, and then the final guy is up there. So nothing else reduced. So it definitely makes me feel like I don't want to play that card for the forward support. Yeah, and this does have air supply on it. I mean, it can repair that isolated unit up the top. I mean, it's not in any great danger yet, but might just want to hold on to the card, because if these 2nd SS units start heading along for him, then I might want to grab him out of isolated status, because he's a pretty good unit. He's stuck up there. He's a 3-step unit, and he's away in the top corner. That was me mad rush for victory points at the time, wasn't it? Anyway, so, and like I say, this is the other replacement point, but it's not a strong army, that, but it's still, like I've said, you only get these cards once every 2 turns if you're lucky. So kind of makes me feel like I should be using them for that. Well, if that came down to it then, and we didn't play that, I'm going to leave it there though, so I'm not 100% sure. Mobile group pop-off or 3rd tank, it's not the kind of cards that you want to be using for a forward support marker. But pop-off, I need to do something with. I don't know what. I don't know where my attack is coming from or whatever, but I need to do something there. So that's got to be a no as well. So I think it either leads me to 3rd tank or the one that I can replace a point. But let's just look at, 3rd tank, what am I going to do with them, really? I know that they're a strong army, they've got 1 unit eliminated, but they're not, I'm not, if I activate 3rd tank right now, what am I going to do with them? This guy's not going to move. Sorry, this guy's not going to move. I don't think these are going to do anything. I can't really, I know we talked about this, but this guy's come around, I don't really see it. And then this guy's kind of holding things in here with this 69th Army unit against these 2nd SS. Got an IP, so he's probably not going to move. The only unit I might want to move is this guy that just came into play. And I'm not sure what I would do with him. But if he's the only unit I want to move, then there's still got a good chance of getting a pop-off units card in the draw pile. We're not too far through the deck yet. So it's kind of it's swaying me towards, sorry, not a pop-off, a 3rd tank units card. It's kind of swaying me towards playing the 3rd tank army card for the event. Which I don't know, it feels like it's not what I should be doing, but if you just, my explanation there seems to say that it's, and there's the other risk that we put a forward support marker down and they come up with air interdiction. Oh, and by the way, and that's what that was on that card. That's what the last German card was. So if we didn't actually do anything with them, well, actually no, we didn't have a forward support marker though. So maybe something else bad happens. Anyway, there does seem to be a few of them, so if we use that for it, maybe not rush into this replacement point, keep this card, and maybe if we have to use it for forward support. Yeah, I think I'm doing this. I think I'm using the third tank card. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I don't know if it's crazy or not, but we're going to do it this way. So now this is the hex I've put in the last 2 times. However, we found it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We must have had an attack in this column somewhere. Because remember, we had a... No, actually. Or was it something further up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it up in here? Or did I do that wrong? See, when I think about that, does it not... As long as I am in... No, I don't know if that works or not. Yeah, I might need to look at that again. Right, I'll leave it just now because I need to get this bit finished. I'm just wondering, I know you can have a situation where a unit's outside the forward support and there's like the attacking unit's in but the defending unit's out, or vice versa, and it still kind of counts. Yeah, I'll need to read up on that. So yeah, there was a thought of bringing it further this way, because 1, 2, 3, 4, it can still get to there. But 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't need to go into this. I mean, this is only hex I would be, but I'm not going to attack that anyway. And you know what some of my thinking was? That see if these Rouse units maybe either back up, or if we attack them and retreat and they go all the way up here. At least if I've got this in here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it gets up to these hexes. I wonder if I could... No, nah. I want to keep it across there. So I think I'm going to go in the same hex again. Yeah, I remember there was something up here happened and I was just outside, wasn't it? But then I must have got that right. Well, certainly nobody said it was wrong, so... Right, well, maybe a bit controversial, but, well, it's done now. Right, so new card, take us up to 5 is First Guards Army card. Right, that's another replacement. Special Hitler distracts, that we're past that, we're on turn 7, it's got Tank Brigade, which is nice. We just lost the infantry unit, didn't we? Ooh, that would maybe bring them back, wouldn't it? Or do we have any others? This guy here, and here, they're all full strength. So yeah, I think if we use the replacement point, it would actually bring that guy back in the reserves. Pretty sure. Okay, well that's our hand, so we can think about that. Our next impulse. Right, so it'll be a German impulse to come back to, but I'll get this bit put to bed, I think. It's only 40 odd minutes there, but I need to copy it across anyway. I as well just uploading it just now. And it's probably a bit too late to get any more done, but you never know, I've said that before. However, if it is next 2 days work, I might get a wee shot late at night after work, but back shift again, so... But that's when I had my sort of night where I felt like I shouldn't have bothered, and it kind of stressed me out a bit. So we will see. But no doubt I'll be back at some point. Okay, right, cheers guys.